Guys, here we are again. Birdman 316 here. Got the debut strat, Gary's debut strat. Used to be mine, but it's Gary's now. Got new pickups in here. Same pots, they were fine, nothing wrong with them. Well, except that one. The original one messed up. And I put another one in there, and it messed up. So this is a brand new out the bag pot. It's got a new switch in here. It's the Cash square bottom switch, not the round bottom like a oak, because you got your thin body. And it might not go. It might be a big old buckle in the scratch plate. We can't have no buckling scratch plates, right? We put the square bottom Cash in there. We're in clean mode. We're going to check out these pickups here. This one's wired all stock because Gary likes his stuff simple and easy to understand. You know, I'm not sure if he'd be crazy about a Gilmore switch on here or the flipping all the way back there, starting here, so no tone control in the neck pickup and all that stuff. But the weird thing is, let's go back to the neck just for a second. Turning knob, nothing. This is a very interesting switch here, but I will let you know about that soon enough. Let's go on to this one right here, which we got these two now. Check to see if it's got tone control. I don't think it do. Alright, let's do some individual notation devices. Now we're here. No tone control there either. Now we're right here. And I'm not sure what happened, guys. No tone on that one either. Well, that's usually to be expected on most strats. I think the original switch, wasn't nothing wrong with it, but there was no way soldering through a piece of plastic with a little bit of solder on the other side, that soldering iron would have melted that plastic. It's supposed to be a plastic glob of goo inside this cavity here. So I said, well, the only thing to do was just to go and put a better switch in it. So here we go. We're going to step on the Marshall, the Joyo British, which is the purple Marshall pedal clone of a Marshall, right? Nice little jump there. We're moving back up here. Now we're here. Oh, now the drive, the gain is not up much, but you can tell a little bit of the gain's on. Now right here is where Gary spends about 90% of his time. So Gary will spend, like I said, most of his time here. Sometimes he goes here, but most of the time he's right there. We're here right now. Ooh, you can tell that one. And of course, I doesn't know what happened, but hey, it still works, right? This switch tip was like a refrigerator wipe, like these knobs. I got some sandpaper and I scuffed it really good, and I smeared some brown shoe polish on it, make it look like it's older, sort of to match the pickup covers. I guess I did too bad of a job on that. But let's have some individual notes with neck pickup here. I'll tell you what, guys, even though these don't seem to do anything, but I got it wired up like it's supposed to be, but then there's also something else going on here. I think there's a grounding issue, but everything's grounded like it's supposed to be. The claw, the cable coming from the claw there is going up to the back of the volume pot. And so is the grounds from all three pickups going to the back of the volume pot, as well as the ground from this going to where it's supposed to go. Even there's a little ground tab on the switch there. But I'm guessing what Gary's going to have to do is he's going to have to, well, he probably changed the strings anyway. Because these springs probably seen better life anyway, because I've had this thing apart 7 or 8 times trying to chase down these stupid problems, right? These shorts. Strats are nice, but they're a pain in the butt to work on. But anyway, he's going to have to probably get him some shielding paint and paint inside all these cavities. We've got an H routing here, single routing here, and another H routing there. This paint in there with the shielding paint, as well as the control cavity and the switch cavity and everything. Get one of those little, I guess you get some little wires with the eyes already on them, like little eye tabs or whatever. Screw it into the wood, which is painted with shielding paint, in the cavity, as well as one of these routes, and ground it to the pots. I'm guessing, but I can tell. Let me turn this up a little bit. I'm over here about 3/4. You hear that? You hear a little buzz? Touch the strings and it goes away. Now normally this position here, you got these two, you got hum canceling, noise canceling in that position, but you can still hear it moving to the middle, and it's back like the 60 cycle hum. Like they're supposed to do that in single coils. They're single coils, they're gonna hum anyway. But in these positions where you got these two here or these two here, it's supposed to be quiet. It's not supposed to do nothing, but you can hear the buzzing, right? Put my hand on the string and it goes away. Now onto the bridge pickup. Of course, it's going to do you get your 60 cycle hum anyway. But here and here it's supposed to be quiet. It's supposed to hush, right? But it ain't hushing. So I'm guessing Gary's going to have to let me make sure this volume's correct here. Turn it down just a little. Maybe just a little smooth Rudy. Let's bump this gain up. Let's hear what happens. The drive is right there at 10 o'clock. We're going to move it up to about 11, close to 12. We're just going to have a listen. Like I said, Gary will spend a lot of his time here. Ooh, sounds gnarly. Back here again. Now we're here. Like I said, guys, the only thing that's really a real concern, we can live without tone control. Some of us would like to have them. They're on here, they might as well work, but for some reason they don't. But the biggest issue with this guitar now is getting rid of the buzzing in all the positions. It's not supposed to do anything here or here. But the only thing I know, I've had this thing apart like 8 times. And this thing is giving me nightmares, right? So, if Brother Gary's going to change the strings anyway, he might as well go and open it up, get some shielding paint, paint it up real good, and run some ground wire from the, like I said, the cavities from here, one of these routes here. Maybe a route right here is bigger. It's got more room. You don't have much room with a single coil cut out in the middle, right? You have more room here or here, but why go here and have a longer wire? Have it here and have a shorter wire, right? And just for safety measure, might as well run another one from inside here somewhere, like over here someplace, and run it to the one of these pots. All three, like I said, all three of the pots are grounded together on the back side like they're supposed to be, but something is going on about the ground. So Mikey done did most of the work. So it's up to Brother Gary to carry on and find out how to get rid of that buzz. That should be easy. I done the hard part, right? So anyway, guys, I want everyone to do me a huge favor. Have a great day, have a great night, wherever you are. Always remember, keep rocking. Make the world a much better place, my friends. This is Birdman 316. Sayonara.